Creative industry dress code expectations. The modern creative industry thrives on innovation, self-expression, and collaboration, but success often hinges on subtle cues like appearance. From fashion houses to digital agencies, professionals navigate complex expectations surrounding what to wear, making dress code awareness a critical skill. Understanding these nuances separates those who blend seamlessly into their environment from those who risk missteps. Dress codes vary dramatically across sectors, shaped by company culture, client demands, and global trends. While some workplaces embrace casual freedom, others require polished professionalism, leaving many creatives unsure of how to balance individuality with appropriateness. This guide explores the evolving landscape of dress codes in creative fields, offering insight into navigating them confidently. The evolution of workplace attire in creative fields. Historically, creative professions were associated with bohemian styles, rejecting traditional formal wear in favor of eccentric flair. Think of artists in paint-splattered overalls or writers in rumpled sweaters. Yet, as industries became more commercialized, expectations shifted toward blending creativity with professionalism. Today, designers may pair avant-garde pieces with classic tailoring, while marketers mix streetwear with smart casual elements. This evolution reflects broader societal changes, including the rise of remote work, sustainability movements, and the democratization of high fashion via social media influencers. What was once reserved for elite circles is now accessible globally, complicating the line between personal expression and workplace decorum. Creatives must now decode signals from colleagues, clients, and corporate policies alike. Era-specific influences. Mid-century design studios favored minimalism, while 90s tech startups embraced grunge aesthetics. Modern creatives inherit fragments of these eras, adapting them to contemporary contexts. Cultural hybridity. Globalization has led to fusion styles, such as pairing Japanese kimonos with Western blazers or incorporating African textiles into office wear. These choices demand sensitivity to cultural significance. Navigating industry-specific norms. Each creative field carries distinct sartorial expectations rooted in its purpose and clientele. A graphic designer pitching to a conservative boardroom might opt for muted tones and structured lines, whereas a music producer collaborating with indie bands could lean into edgy, unconventional looks. Recognizing these differences prevents unintentional offense or missed opportunities. Fashion, for instance, operates on a spectrum from haute couture to fast fashion, requiring designers to embody their brand's ethos through personal style. Meanwhile, advertising agencies often prioritize versatility, allowing teams to shift between meetings with stakeholders and brainstorming sessions with peers. Knowing your role within this dynamic ecosystem is key to dressing appropriately. Clothing as professional identity. A study by the Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development found that 68% of employees believe their clothing impacts career progression. In creative roles, this effect is amplified. Wardrobe choices communicate competence, confidence, and alignment with organizational values. A freelance photographer wearing vintage leather gear conveys authenticity, while a PR executive in sleek suits exudes authority. However, this also introduces risks. Overly provocative outfits can undermine credibility, while overly safe choices may appear unoriginal. Striking a balance involves researching the organization's visual identity, its website, social media, and even competitors' approaches, to mirror its aesthetic subtly. Understanding cultural sensitivities in dress codes. In our interconnected world, cultural awareness shapes effective dress codes. Colors, patterns, and fabrics carry symbolic meanings that differ drastically across regions. Wearing white in certain Asian cultures signifies mourning, while in parts of Africa, it represents purity. Misinterpretation can lead to unintended slights, particularly in international settings. Sensitivity extends beyond color symbolism. Religious practices dictate modesty standards, influencing everything from head coverings to sleeve lengths. Similarly, gendered attire norms remain contentious. Choosing neutral options or consulting local guidelines helps avoid controversy. Multinational creative firms increasingly provide dress code resources reflecting regional customs. Color caution. Red symbolizes luck in China but danger in some Middle Eastern countries. Always research local associations before selecting bold hues for travel-related projects. Modesty matters. In Islamic cultures, clothing covering shoulders and knees is customary. Opt for versatile layers that adapt easily to changing requirements. Dressing for digital versus physical workspaces. Remote work has blurred boundaries between home and office, challenging traditional dress codes. While video calls allow for relaxed attire, presenters still benefit from being camera-ready. Investing in flattering basics ensures clarity during virtual pitches. Conversely, physical offices retain stricter rules, demanding coordinated ensembles even for informal events. Digital creators face additional pressures, needing to maintain a consistent online persona across platforms. Influencers often curate wardrobes that reflect their brand's image, whether minimalist Scandinavian chic or maximalist bohemian flair. Consistency builds recognition, while abrupt shifts risk confusing audiences or diluting a brand's message. The rise of hybrid work etiquette. Pandemic-era flexibility persists, creating new challenges. Employees attending hybrid meetings must consider lighting conditions affecting their on-screen appearance. Choosing solid colors over busy prints avoids distracting backgrounds, while layering allows transitions from Zoom calls to in-person interactions. These considerations extend to accessories. Subtle jewelry enhances presence without overpowering visuals. Moreover, asynchronous communication demands thoughtfulness. Emails sent late at night may feature hastily chosen pajamas, potentially undermining professionalism. Establishing clear boundaries between work and leisure attire reinforces respect for deadlines and collegial relationships. Seasonal adaptations and practical considerations. Climate plays a significant role in shaping dress codes, influencing fabric choices and layering strategies. Designers working in tropical climates favor breathable cotton blends, while those in colder regions invest in thermal base layers. Accessories like scarves and gloves become functional statements rather than mere embellishments. Practicality also guides decisions in physically demanding roles. Architects visiting construction sites need durable footwear and weather-resistant outerwear, contrasting sharply with studio-based colleagues prioritizing comfort and mobility. Balancing aesthetics with utility ensures safety without sacrificing style. Footwear wisdom. Heels exceeding 3 inches are impractical for long days, while flat shoes lack formality for client-facing roles. Neutral-toned ankle boots offer versatility across occasions. Maintaining polish, regular cleaning and storage prevent damage from daily wear. Investing in quality materials reduces the frequency of replacements. Gender neutrality and inclusive fashion choices. Progressive companies now emphasize inclusive dress codes that transcend binary categories. Unisex collections, adjustable sizing, and diverse models challenge outdated stereotypes, fostering environments where everyone feels represented. This inclusivity benefits creativity itself, encouraging fresh perspectives unburdened by rigid conventions. However, implementing truly equitable policies remains complex. Some individuals still feel pressured to conform to gendered expectations, fearing judgment for non-traditional choices. Encouraging open dialogue and providing education on inclusive fashion empowers employees to express themselves authentically. Beyond binary, expanding wardrobe options. Many brands now offer gender-neutral ranges featuring tailored cuts, fluid silhouettes, and adaptable designs. For example, wide-leg trousers suit both men and women, while cropped jackets redefine masculinity in fashion. These innovations support a more nuanced understanding of identity through clothing. Supporting these initiatives means advocating for diversity in hiring and leadership positions too. When decision-makers reflect varied experiences, they're better equipped to create policies that genuinely serve all employees, enhancing both morale and productivity. Personal branding through clothing. In competitive creative markets, personal branding becomes a strategic asset. Your wardrobe acts as a silent ambassador, communicating your expertise, personality, and aspirations. A consistently styled look fosters memorability, distinguishing you from peers vying for similar opportunities. Developing a signature style involves identifying core themes, whether eclectic vintage finds, clean modern lines, or sustainable eco-chic, and weaving them cohesively into your repertoire. This process mirrors crafting a portfolio, emphasizing intentionality over randomness. Signature elements: select one standout piece, like a statement coat or handbag, to anchor your look. Repeating this item creates instant recognition. Color coordination: limit palettes to 3 primary shades, varying textures and patterns within them for visual interest. When to push boundaries: innovation versus appropriateness. While conformity is essential, creativity occasionally demands pushing limits. Launching a groundbreaking campaign might justify a daring outfit, signaling confidence and originality. However, timing and context matter greatly. One-off audacity contrasts sharply with habitual disregard for established norms. Strategic boundary pushing occurs when aligned with project goals. A viral marketing stunt benefiting from eccentric costumes differs from showing up inappropriately dressed for a serious client meeting. Assessing potential consequences beforehand minimizes risks while maximizing impact. Conclusion: dress codes in creative industries represent a delicate interplay between tradition and transformation. As environments evolve, so do the expectations guiding professional attire. Mastery lies in discernment, knowing when to follow convention and when to innovate. Ultimately, the best approach balances self-expression with situational awareness. By studying industry norms, embracing inclusivity, and refining personal style, creatives can navigate dress codes with poise, turning clothing into a tool for connection, credibility, and career advancement.